But it seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check, 47. Watch the slant, watch the slant. 49, check 42. Yo. What's that?
Cousins now to throw on first down. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already and another first and 10.
Good route here.
Cousins now. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
We ain't giving up nothing today. What twist? Hey, Clifford.
Throwing again on second down. Cousins. And this is Cook with the grab. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
A first down throw for Cousins. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Hey, Delta. Check four.
After the sack on first down, Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On third down, Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Long day. Oh, it's going to be a long day, fellas.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long.
Listen to me. 47. Five. Check, 47. It's our time, guys. It's out. Wide. He's coming. Double up. First. Double up. Go. Check, Mike. 47.
Now Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. Wentz going to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes. Folded like a lawn chair. Run coverage excellent there from the defensive end position.
How many times do we sit with coaches and they talk about a base defensive end, a guy who can anchor and play with leverage? We just saw a great example of it. And how about the bonus? Tackling the runner for a loss.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
this time?
Yeah,
get a little closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
4-7's the mic. 4-7. Zebra. 40.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike, 47. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Cousins. And Diggs has it. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 61 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Chopper! Gun!
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
Let's go. Hey, let's get there.
And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
Lucky 48.
Tighten up.
I know, easy.
To throw is Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that makes the score 7-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10 is Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, if there's a bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Aguilar has it. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Waiting. Check. No. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And it's caught. And he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Oh, no dice there. That is excellent penetration. They give him no lane whatsoever to try and sneak the football across. And, in fact, he'll wind up losing ground on 1st down.
Strip that ball.
Try to punch it in with Howard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. 1 A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. They'll try to run with Sanders. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Cousins now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Flashes another juke, and he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. That reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm scared. Check 26, check 300.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. To throw, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 45 on second down, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Mike 47. If you don't get this, boy, you think you're going to get this? Wide. 47's the Mike. 47's the Mike.
Hey, Zoo.
47's the Mike, boy. 47.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Another run with Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything, but in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. Taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and...
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Go. Ready?
Wentz now on first down. Flushed up, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wentz now to throw. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... This is caught inside the 15. A gain of 32 that time.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. On first down, Sanders. And despite the fancy footwork we saw, they'll get to him just inside the 15. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. 2nd and 9. Wentz. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Two. Hey, can't.
47 Mike, 47. Watch the out.
Hey, echo.
47 is the Mike. 47 is the Mike.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Following the interception, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, Ringo, 48.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Now Cook. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. And now a shot into coverage downfield is complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
You got motion man. You got motion man right there.
Cook. And he's brought down. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Jannard Avery coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd down and goal. Cousins. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 40. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick-6, 4th quarter, that is a game-changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
but they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Gun.
Hey, check. Yellow. Get ready.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, here I come.
That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's got this down to the 35. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The hunt.
Mike, number 50. Yo. 53. Bring it.
Where's the hunt?
From the gun, here's Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. 18 yards to pick up there.
Brings up second down at the Eagles' 40-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Nice hit, boy.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Here we go.
And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Ready?
Dan. You go tight. You got tight right there.
Good routes here.
47 miles.
Here's Cousins. And he finds Cook. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Check 31. Check.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll run on first down. Cook. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they will get the timeout. So 3 seconds remaining, and they can trot out the field goal unit and try to send this one to overtime. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules... So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. It would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike 20, Mike 20. Come on, D. Hey, Mike 20, Mike 20. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Let's get that ball.
Now Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, 382, last 50.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Done. Black.
Hey, check 24.
Bravo.
47, Mike. 47, Mike. Mike, 47.
Throwing, Cousins. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
Sunday.
What can Wentz do now with his drive? It's caught by Jackson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of situation, sometimes his legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on a sack. Danielle Hunter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, C6.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Danielle Hunter. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Here's Cameron Johnston now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. This will be fielded at the 17. Just 34 yards on the punt there. No return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be losing the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Cousins to throw it. It's caught by Treadwell. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And Howland Sink was the quarterback in his center on that play. They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him. And he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Gun.
Mike 47. Here we go.
Hey, Delta.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Watch the run. 47 Mike.
Cousins. And that's caught by Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Cook. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. So it all comes down to the foot of Dan Bailey. This to advance to the divisional round. And the kick is good. He got it. And it's official now. They're going to the playoffs. Their season ends here. A tough way to go out.
And the goal was to not just get to the wild card game, which they did, but to win it. And so now, how negative do you look at that? They got there, had an opportunity, and for some teams, they have to lose games like this before they learn how to win them in later seasons.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.